Good morning. I wanted to talk about our trip to Athens and also our trip to Istanbul. It was amazing. You haven't seen me on the internet because we're still trying to recover from it. But we had such a good time. And of course, Mark went for the history, I went for the food. Today, I wanted to show you a few of the things that I got, a couple of the cookbooks that really make a difference in the cooking for my Middle Eastern, my Greek, and my um, Turkish food. Anyway, we went last at the end of last month and we got to stop at several different places. I mean, it was just so exciting. And we did 2 days in Istanbul, we several days in Athens. We went on food tours, we went on walking tours, and we learned so much. One of the places we stopped at in Athens was this amazing honey shop. And not only did they have honey, but they had other things, which I'll talk to you in a second about it. But they were talking about how wonderful each different area of Greece was, and about how the honey from each section of Greece was different. And we had some amazing honeys there. But one of the things that we had there that was really phenomenal was this pistachio cream. And it is just to die for. And you'll probably be able to get it here. I know at Ottolenghi in Europe, in England, UK, you can get a facsimile of this. This was just so good. So if you have a chance to try this, and you can use it on, say, a wafer cookie, or say potentially pound cake or something like that. It is really good. It's pistachio cream. Let me get it close up so you can see it. That's what it looks like. And like I said, I got that in Greece. The other thing that I got in Greece that was really amazing, I got several things in Greece, but I got this, and it looks like rock salt, but it's really not. And you drop one of these crystals into water and it vaporizes basically. And if you have, especially this time of year with cold and flu and other things, if you put that in there and then breathe it, it will clear your sinuses. It is fabulous. I got some just in case cold and flu season was around. And let me talk to you about one of the cookbooks that I have been perusing through for Mediterranean food. Now, of course, I like some of the Frugal Gourmet cookbooks. I go back through them. He had some really good things, but this Mediterranean cookbook, it's called The Mediterranean Dish, and wonderful things. I mean, we had a beautiful Mediterranean food tour the last day. And she took us to several places that just had amazing lima beans, which you would not even think. The lima beans were almost as big as potatoes. And there were so many other things that just knocked your socks off. Really, really good. So anyway, I've been perusing through this book and using that. Now, in a lot of this cooking, it calls for things like saffron and other things that you may not have. You can find saffron at Penzeys or the Spice Place on the internet. Just go in and check in. Now, I'm going to tell you about the Spice Market in Istanbul, and that was absolutely wild. It was an enormous place, and they had tons and tons of spices. One of the first places I went to was a little market. The guy took me in, and we learned about this different spices. This I'm going to show you. This is a spice. Let me put it in my hand here so you can see it. Can you see it? There you go. This was a spice mixed with saffron. So I use this, you can smell it. It's got thyme in it. It's got some other things. I used this the other night with some chicken. I used it with chicken and yogurt. It was wonderful. And so it was a spice blend. The trick about it is I was worried about getting it back into the States because I didn't want to look like a drug runner, which I know I look like a drug runner, but I'm not. But anyway, what they do there is they package it and seal it. So excuse me, they package it and seal it so it can't be tampered with. And these are some of the bags that they seal it in. You can see that right there. But anyway, we didn't have any problem getting it back into the States. So that was one of the things. Another place we went was this great spice market in Istanbul, and these are saffron stems, and basically these are the broken ones. They're not the full. They're broken ones and more for like cooking. Now there are others that are a little bit more pure, not more pure, more intact, and they sell those a little bit differently. But anyway, I bought a bottle of this. I have another bottle for a friend. The sea salts were amazing there. Now this is a Greek sea salt, but every place they had sea salts. So when you go into these spice markets, it's also sold by kilogram. And so you go in, you take a pic, get an idea of what you want, and they sell it per kilo. And that was very interesting, trying to do the math and trying to figure out the money and that kind of thing. So you have to be very careful about that. Now, one of the other cookbooks that I've been involved in, and this has Mediterranean, it has, Eastern European. This is Ottolenghi, and my friend Susan loves this chef. And we went to one of his talks one day, and it was just absolutely great. And since then, I mean, we really have gotten into his cooking. He specializes in vegetables, and he does other things too, of course. But it is amazing. He uses saffron, he uses za'atar, he uses so many other things. So you may want to take a look at that if you really want to try something a little different. He's got about 10 cookbooks out, and I have 2 of them, but you can find a lot of his recipes online. He is great. And, if you're a typical American, you're going to have salt, pepper, you might have some sage for your turkey. You might have this, you might have that, you might have thyme, oregano. But when you start cooking with these kinds of cookbooks, you're going to find your spice pantry grows a little bit. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a little introduction about that. If you ever go to Istanbul, make sure you go on a tour and not by yourself, because it can be absolutely overwhelming. And you've got people all around you trying to sell things and that type of thing. But it is truly amazing. It will just open your eyes and open your world, open your senses to new smells and that type of thing. So thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to post a video of the spice market a little bit later on, and I'm going to post another video of the guy explaining about saffron. So tune in, and thank you for being here. We appreciate it.